Provisional results for the 2017 West African Senior School Certificate Examination WASSCE has been released on Wednesday, and that indicates that minimal improvements have been recorded in English and Maths. However, there is a dip in Social Studies and Integrated Science performance. In the results, 185 schools have their results withheld due to examination malpractice. Emefa Atiamweli is my producer here at Joy News, and she'll soon be joining me with the figures and the breakdown of the results. Now, as we were telling you, 185 schools have had their results withheld. 31 of them have had their results released. Now, these 31 earlier had their results withheld. We do not know exactly how it was established that they had been involved in examination malpractice. We will be speaking soon to the head of WAEC, Reverend Nimai Olenu. We are ready there to speak with him. But let's try and understand how exactly the candidates of WASSCE performed this year in detail before we get that. MFA, welcome. Let us know what the breakdown is.
Okay, so let's look at it by subject, and if we should take the English language, for instance. This year, a total of 155,000 students obtained between A1 and C6, which represented 54.06%. And then 73,409 of them obtained D7, between D7 and E8, which represented 25.59%. And then when you go on further, we have 58,351 students obtaining F9, meaning they failed totally. Yeah, that's the number of candidates who failed in English language in the 2017 WAEC examination. Moving on to mathematics, we have 122,450 candidates who obtained between A1 and C6. Okay, and then we have that's 42.73%, and then over 1,000 candidates obtained between D7 and E8, while 58,000 obtained F9. So 58,000 candidates failed in mathematics in 2017. Now, moving on to integrated science, a total of 125,204 candidates obtained between A1 and C6. 84,851 candidates obtained D7, between D7 and E8. A total of 76,693, representing 26.75%, had F9. So 79 candidates actually failed this year's integrated science examination. 76,000. Yeah.
693.
Precisely. Moving on to social studies, a total of 1,490 149,000. 149,000 students obtained between A1 and C6. And then 69,000 obtained between D7 and E8, and that represents 24.35%. The 67,000 failed in social studies, representing 23.4%. In all, given the provisional results available now, the performance indicates that between A1 and C6 in mathematics showed a mark of improvement over the previous period, which is 2016. So you have 32.83% as against 42.73% in the previous year. Okay, so what again?
I think English also recorded a slight improvement.
Precisely. If we look at the performance in English language as at last year, comparing it against this year, a total of, looking at the increase, a total of 125,000 candidates obtained between A1 and C6. But this year, it's moved up, okay? we had 155,000 as against 125,000. So there's been a marginal increase in the performance. And then looking at the failure level.
So MFA, we now have that interview with the head of WAEC, Reverend Nima Olenu.
Exactly.
Yes, our colleague Martha Kwentelakwa is there now at the WAEC headquarters. Let's hear what he has to say.
There is some kind of understanding between us and the tertiary institutions. And so they have access to the results from our server directly. Wow. You know, so if you have applied for any admission, any course in the tertiary institutions, they could assess your results and then give you admission.
Because I was coming to ask, what happens to those who have bought forms to go to tertiary institutions? They will not be out by then, but since you've clarified it, I'm grateful. Your final words?
My final words is that you can always pass your exams without cheating. And the exams, you know, are always within the reach of candidates. You know, we try not to make it too hard, not to make it too easy. I mean, just the right dosage, so that of difficulty, you know, so that the best will come out of the students. And you know, people think that when they fail, WAEC is happy, but no, we aren't happy. You know, it is our desire that everybody should be able to go through and then progress. You know, so that is why we have various sensitization exercises, and one of the topics is how to pass your examination. You know, we actually do presentations, you know, in that regard, so that people would know what to do so that they could pass their examination. So we love them out there, and we are all contributing our lot to make the educational system in Ghana quite stable, and to produce the requisite material for our professional bodies and then the working world, you know, human resource.
Just thinking that just recently, I heard that some of your questions that came in the exams were not really appropriate. They were not supposed to be there. They were higher than the classes. And so when you said you are just giving them the right dosage of difficulty that they can handle, I have doubts.
Yes, you would have doubts because you don't understand how the system works. You know, WAEC is an international body, and there are some peculiarities regarding each member country. So when you are putting the questions together, you put some in it that are peculiar to Ghana, you put some in it that are peculiar to Nigeria, you put some in it that are peculiar to Gambia, and the other member countries, you know, accordingly. So let's say that if you are expected to answer 4 or 5 questions, we give you 11. And out of this 11, maybe there will be 1 for, you know, the other member countries, you know. So when you see something in it that is not, you know, in the syllabus, that doesn't mean that it is higher than you. No. So you can choose those ones that are peculiar to Ghana. Because, for instance, Ghana, we don't do matrices so far as mathematics is concerned. But we do transformation. Nigeria also does not do transformation. So you have transformation there, you have matrices there. And we are expecting that the Ghanaians will go for the matrices, and the Nigerians will go for the transformation. So it is a balance, win-win situation for everyone.
Wow. Because when that call came in, I heard some people saying we need an alternative examining body. WAEC is outliving its usefulness.
Look, try it, and I tell you, you will regret it. Because other nations that have tried it, they wish, yes, they wish they hadn't gone there. You know, the danger in it is that everybody will want to have people subscribing to their services. Yes. And so everybody will want to water down, you know, their standards so that more people will come in. Unless you form another regulatory body, you know, over all of them. And many countries, apart from Britain and maybe in Africa, Nigeria, all others have one. Why don't you help WAEC in every way that you can to rise up, or, perform as you want, you know? And I tell you, we are here, we don't value WAEC, but others from outside, they have great respect for WAEC, you know, and people come here to benchmark with us. We have Tanzania coming here, we have Kenya coming here, we have even Pakistan recently want to benchmark with us, you know, and when they go, they said, come to Ghana. You know, Botswana was establishing their examination body, and they went to Cambridge, and Cambridge said the right place to go is Ghana. And so we are here, and we don't value what we have. But of course, such is the situation. You don't value what you have until you lose it. So I would not professionally, you know, of course, I'm an educational assessment professional. I would not recommend that at all, you know, because it will make things more, you know, it will reduce the educational standard and make educational malpractice more complex. Now, even one, you are struggling. So how about if you have 2, 3? You know, you are going to have more examination, more practice, and you are going to have, difficulty going through. And then in the school, which one are you going to be taking? Are you going to subscribe to WAEC? You see? And so which one would the universities take? Okay. You see, it will create a lot of complexities. But I want to assure you, and maybe the public as well, that WAEC is doing very well. You see?
So those are the explanations we are getting there from Reverend Olenu, the head of WAEC. But MFA, there's still a bit more to say about more practices in this year's WASSCE.
Yeah, so about 185 schools had these problems, and their results have been held pending investigations into the matter. So until that is done, their results will not be released. It also includes candidates from 31 schools who were detected by the item differential profile software to have cheated in objective tests. And it also, there's this part that also says that the Ghana Education Service and other stakeholders, they are actually commending the WAEC and every other person who assisted in whichever way to get this year's exams through successfully. And they are hoping that if all these investigations are done and those found culpable are sanctioned, going forward next year, the exams will be better. Essentially, right. That is it. Yeah.
Right. And thank you very much, MFA Temweli, for that update. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll bring you the latest in business.